From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
5-8. 51. Here we go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Breeze looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the... And look here, it's an opening drive fake, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a 1st down. File that under something you don't see very often there. Tom Brady scrambling for the 1st down. Last year, he finally went over 1,000 yards rushing for his career, and you think about it, this is a guy that's been in the league for almost 2 decades. Not the fleetest of foot, but he's showing right there he's got a little mobility in those old legs. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Brady. There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. CD, let's take a step back and look ahead to the Saints in the playoffs here as they get ready for this next drive. Another double-digit win season for them. What do you think of their prospects come playoff time?
I think they're excellent because Drew Brees is back in form. I got to see him late in the season at home against San Francisco, and he's magnificent in that game. Brought them back from down late in the game, gave them a chance to win, put them ahead with less than a minute on the clock. So it wasn't his fault they didn't win that game. He looks like the Drew Brees we expect. But the big reason is their defense. Their defense is as good as there is in the league, rushing the passer, defending against the run, covering everything downfield. Bottom line, though, they are built to win at home in the playoffs. Since Sean Payton's been the head coach, they're 7-4 at home in the playoffs. A lot of people would say, well, it should be 8-3 because of what happened against the Rams last year, but still 7-4. But on the road, just 1-7, and that's excluding the Super Bowl, which was a neutral site game.
And don't forget, good job by Teddy Bridgewater bridging the gap when Breeze was out. 5-0. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Breeze now, and he finds Cook. Down the numbers, there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 63 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Football going back over to the New England Patriots, who, as we discussed earlier, haven't had the smoothest of roads this year. But, we talked about it. They're back in the playoffs for the 11th straight season. And I mentioned that Tom Brady and people doubting him late, and here we go again. But I will say, and if you disagree, this year feels a little different, doesn't it? I don't know that they have that same power.
I want to disagree in a big way because we've seen this so many different times. Remember, 10th straight season with 11 or more wins, and there's always doubters. I think you're actually onto something. This slump on offense that we saw, really starting with the Baltimore game. Remember, they were 8-0 up until Baltimore. Then they hit a stretch, counting the Baltimore game, where they went 3-3 and really struggled to score. I think you're right about it. They've never looked more vulnerable. And at the same time, I can't believe I just said that. Because if there's anything the Patriots have done and proven to us over the years, doubt us if you want to. We usually end up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't want to play both sides of the fence, but I'm going to. I still wouldn't be shocked if they won the Super Bowl whatsoever, but it does feel a little different this season.
If they do win the Super Bowl, it will be done a different.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Breeze now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Breeze, and that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They run. It's Kamara. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now Brady. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Wait, that's round 80. Round 80. Check, 1-7. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Brady to throw. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Throwing again on second down. Brady hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
That's it, baby.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Breeze, maybe a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. Unable. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 64 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Going deep here for Edelman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Sherris. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
And this is Cook with a grab. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, as time expires in the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, Maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Brady. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Throwing on 2nd down, Brady. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Alabama, 380. I'm here all day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman. 3rd down here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's not even going to...
I had to get back up. You better call back up. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one.